guys, Work here. Welcome back to Work the Trigger. A short time ago, I did a video on 9 things that I wasted my money on so that you don't have to. Now, just to show you guys that not all my off-the-cuff and questionable ventures have come out fruitless, here are 10 gun items that turned out way better than I thought they were going to. Let's get to work. Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. Today we're going to be going over 10 different items that I got that I was not expecting great things out of that turned out way better than I thought they were going to. Now, some of these are accessories, some of these are guns, but they are all gun related. And if you've got any questions about any of these, go ahead and write them down in the comments below. Or if you guys have had some and agree or disagree, go ahead and write that down there too. Let's go ahead and get started with the first one. These are in no particular order. Now, the first one is this guy. This is my reload wrap. Now, the reload wrap is, I'm going to be honest, guys, I thought it was a gimmick. And the reason that I bring this one up first is, I said no particular order. There is kind of an order. This one was the best value of all of these that I've gotten. Reload wraps come for about 20 bucks. They are an in-the-pocket magazine storage solution. So your magazine just fits right in there, and then it goes in your pocket with a pocket clip, just like a pocket knife or any of the other multitudes of magazine holsters that go in your pocket. The difference with reload wrap is universal. It is made of a hook and loop material. I'm not going to undo it all the way because I've got this one set just how I want it, but it's a hook and loop material that you fold around your particular magazine to give it as much or as little retention as you want. And once it's in there, it doesn't just fall out. There's a material inside that gives it just a little bit of that retention depending on how tight you wrap it. And for 20 bucks, this thing is downright amazing. It'll handle double stack and single stack magazines. It'll handle small magazines like in something like a Ruger LCP. It'll handle large magazines like a Glock 17. Not only that, but in the bag here, you also get extra items to be able to run it with revolver quick loaders, with moon clips, and with speed strips. This thing can handle them all with ease, and for 20 bucks, you're talking about half the price of some of the leading options in this segment. So that's our first one, is the Reload Wrap magazine holster. Now, the next thing on our list is this guy right here, and that is Holosun Red Dot sights. Holosun first came to market as like one of the lower budget end dots in the game, coming in the same price point as some of the Vortex options and under the price point of the majority of the other ones. But now Holosun has solidified themselves as a quality red dot optics manufacturer. Their pistol red dot sights like the 507 and 407 have durability rivaling that of the RMR. When you get up to like the titanium versions and the 509, that durability goes up even higher, and you're looking at these things for 2/3 to half the price point of the competition. My latest one, I actually got my latest 507, which is the X2, the newest version, for under $300, and I got my K version for just over $300. For anything rivaling that in the marketplace, you're looking at well over $400 for the K version and over $500 for the C version. So that's why Holosun Optics makes this list, because they are priced at a point where anything else in that price point, and you're going to be questioning reliability and durability, but you don't have to do that with the Holosun. You're getting every bit of your money's worth out of those dots. Okay, next up is our first gun on the list, and that is the Ruger LCP2 in 22 long rifle. Now, I do have an LCP2 in 380 as well, and I will tell you, I got the 22 version at first just to see what it was, just to see what it was like, and boy was I pleasantly surprised. For about $300, what you're getting is actually an extremely good shooting little gun. This thing is not only fun, but it is accurate and reliable. I got a couple hundred rounds through it at this point, and I have had about 5 malfunctions. Now, I use bulk pack 22. So 5 malfunctions, I'll tell you, that's as reliable as my Ruger Mark III, which is notoriously reliable as far as 22 ammo goes. This thing would make a perfect trainer, and honestly, it makes a pretty good backup gun too. For anybody who's looked into the ballistics of 22 long rifle versus 380, they're actually a lot closer than you might think. So 10 plus 1 rounds, that's right, this is a 10 round magazine in this guy. It's actually a pretty good jump over the 7 rounds, it's 6 plus 1 in the 380 version. Recoil is extremely manageable. It's actually pretty darn accurate for what it is. Even with the questionable no sights, I mean, they're still better than like the original LCP sights, but They're still not the best sights, but I'll tell you, at 10 yards, you can easily put 10 shots into the A zone. And that's saying a lot for a gun this small. And that's why the Ruger LCP2 is on our list of 10 gun items that were way better than I thought they'd be. Okay, so next up is an item that I thought I was spending like way too much money on this thing, and that is my Magpul MS3 sling. Now, don't pay too much attention. It is on my my 16-inch here, but this right here. Now, these things come in at about 50 bucks, and while that seems like it might be a lot for a sling, it's not really a lot for a sling. But the cool part about these Magpul slings is that they are convertible. So right here, I've got it set up as a 2-point sling, but by unhooking the front and hooking it onto the rear, now it's a 1-point sling. I really like the versatility that gives, because there are times when a single-point sling makes sense. Now, they make these with this this claw little guy like I've got, but they also make it with QD ends on it, which is also pretty damn cool. This is the MS3. They've got an MS4 out now, so they are continuing to improve these things. But for $50, the versatility of this sling, it's my preferred sling of those that I have. It does any job that I need it to. So next up is a USPSA item. Now, I will put links in the description for all of these. If there's not a direct link to these, you'll find a link to my website, which will then have a link to some of this stuff. Just depends on what the website actually ends up selling. But the next thing on my list are these. This is a generic mag carrier off of Amazon. Again, with this, I will have a link in the description below, because these things come in at around $13 a piece. They are adjustable, bullets forward mag carriers. This one is not adjusted because it's not on my belt, but it's relative. There we go. But it's relatively simple to adjust. It's got a ball joint back here in the back, so you can get multiple different angles out of this thing. And for the price of $13, it's made it through 2 different matches and countless hours of dry fire practice, and these things are holding up really well. And again, for $13 a piece, I mean, I think you can actually get them for less than that if you bulk them together and get, I think you can get them for like 5 for 50 bucks or something like that. These things are a borderline steal. They do fit, I've got a Ghost USA belt. They fit that. They fit double alpha belts. They're extremely useful. And especially if you're just getting into USPSA and you don't want to drop the $30 to $40 to $50 on mag carriers per carrier, these are a great option to be able to get you into the sport. Okay, so the next thing on our list is, again, a USPSA item. It is this guy, the Turbo Drop from Henry Holsters. There are a lot of different options out there when you're looking at mounting your holster to your belt. Typically speaking, you do want it dropped a little bit. You don't want it dropped like a whole lot, but you do want it dropped a little bit, because that's going to make your draw a little bit quicker. You're not going to be tucking your arm up quite as much. Here I've got my Harry's Holsters Contender attached to it. I've been using this holster for I think about 2 matches now, which would be in about 3 months of dry fire practice and such. Love the holster, but this mount here is really what we're talking about. I think it comes in around like $40 or $50. It does fit pretty much all of the standard USPSA belts, and it gives you a lot of adjustability for the height of your gun. So depending on where the holster mount is, depending on how high you need your gun, depending on which segment you're shooting in, will all change where you can put this thing. But it is versatile. You can put cant in it, you can drop it a little bit more, you can raise it up, and it is made of aluminum. It's nice that it's metal, it's not going to bend or flex on you, and it grabs a hold of your belt really nice and solidly. There are a couple of other options out there that aren't made of aluminum and don't grab quite as nicely. In addition to that, I'm going to throw you a twofer here. Down here, these are the turbo props. So the turbo props, what those allow you to do is they allow you to modify the retention on your gun pretty quickly on the fly, so you're not having to go get tools to be able to modify the retention. So if you're on a stage and that stage requires a quick, fast draw, you can pop this open a little bit more to release that retention so that you can get your gun out a little bit quicker. Afterwards, if you want to put that retention back on, make sure that that gun stays in place, you can do that as well. Also, you can fine tune while you're going through if you notice your gun is a little bit stickier on a stage. Believe it or not, environmental factors factor in a lot to how much a gun sticks in a holster, so this will let you fine tune for that on the fly while you're at the match without tools. So the next one that I've got for you is another one of their guns, and I don't have it here, but I'll run plenty of B-roll for you. And that is the Rock Island TAC Ultra MSFS. This is a full-size 5-inch government double-stack 1911. It is not a 2011, it is a 1911. Solid frame, heavy as all hell, and it shoots like a dream. Our particular one was in 9mm, which when shooting limited, yes, does take you down in points a little bit, but the fun factor that you get out of this thing for it being 9mm, I almost wouldn't give it up for 40. It's just a fun gun to shoot. It's smooth, it's clean, it's reliable, and with a little bit of money put into it, you can give those $2,000 and $3,000 guns a run for their money with about $1,000 worth of overall investment, including the price of the gun. And that's why the TAC Ultra belongs on this list. Next up, we've got our last gun on the list, and that is the Grand Power Strybog. This one is an SP9A1 Gen 2. This is the non-reciprocating handle version, and it is the basically more reliable of the versions that are currently out. The A3 versions, which is the roller delayed version, is it's having some issues right now, but these Gen 2s of the A1 versions, mine has been freaking awesome. It's been reliable, it's been fun, it shoots 9mm, so you're not spending a whole lot of money just to dump a mag. And the accessories that are coming out for these things are actually quite numerous. Between folding stock adapters, possibility of new lowers, angled forends, rail covers, RMR adapters, different charging handle options, magazine options, any 9mm muzzle brake on this thing, you can customize your Strybog to be pretty much whatever you want yours to be. And for under $1,000, it's a tank of a little gun. Being direct blowback means that you're not going to have quite as many ammo specific issues as you might have otherwise, as long as your ammo is full powered. The AR-15 like trigger actually does accept some AR-15 triggers, and it is just a fun little plinker gun to have. Okay, so the next thing on our list is an accessory for something you guys probably already have, and that is your holster. So, I'm not sure, I don't know how long ago they came out with this, but a while ago, a company called Discreet Carry Concepts came out with metal clips. Now, they have a multitude of different clip options that are out. My personal favorite at this moment is the Monoblock. The Monoblock is a replacement for the old foamy bullshit clips that everybody hands out, but nobody actually recommends. Well, the Monoblock gets rid of that. Although it does still attach the same way and relies slightly on the screws for retention, they've got these tabs in here that allow it to be a lot more self-contained retention than a foamy clip is. Not only that, but the versatility on the Discreet Carry Concepts clips is miles over what you would consider a plastic clip to have. Whether it's a foamy clip, a J-clip, or any one of the numerous clips, the Discreet Carry Concept clip is going to be more durable. Not only that, but I'm pretty sure it's more durable than the strut and loops, and way easier to actually use. And that's why the Discreet Carry Concept clips belongs on the list of the 10 gun items that turned out way better than I thought they would. Alright, and that brings us to our last item on our list, and that item is a dedicated range bag. So for the longest time, I fought owning a dedicated range bag. I thought I could get by with backpacks, book bags, satchels, modified diaper bags even, to be able to go to the range. But finally I hooked up with Lynx Defense, a US manufacturing company that makes dedicated range bags, and I am never going back. The versatility of a dedicated range bag, whether it's the pockets to be able to put magazines or guns, the additional space to be able to put range items away from your guns, stuff like staplers, timers, pasters, all of this stuff is stuff that's got to go with you, and it's got to go somewhere. Well, before, it was just dumped in the bottom of a bag, unorganized and difficult to get to. Not anymore. The Lynx Defense bags give you multiple options to be able to arrange and organize all of your gear. I can fit 4 to 5 pistols easily in my range bag, along with all of my other stuff, my hearing protection, my eye protection, again, my timer, my pasters, my stapler. All of this stuff can go in the same bag, so I'm taking one bag to the range with me. And that is way different than what I used to be able to do. You'll find a link in the description down below, plus the coupon code Work the Trigger to be able to get a little bit of help with that purchase. And that's it, guys. That is my list of 10 gun items that turned out way better than I thought they would. If you guys have taken a risk, spent some money on a gun item, and found out that it was way better than what you thought it was going to be, go ahead and write those down in the comments below. Share your wealth of knowledge a little bit and help other gun owners out to be able to get the good products that are going to help them the most. If you disagree with me about any of these, go ahead and write that down there too. I'll gladly argue with you. If you found this video useful, hit that thumbs up button. If you want more like this, go ahead and hit that subscribe button. If you want to help the channel out a little bit, head on over to our webpage, that's workthetrigger.com. Over there, you're going to find links to all of the stuff that are on our videos. You're going to find affiliate marketing links, and you'll find a link to our Teespring store where you can get this awesome Holosun long sleeve shirt, along with other Work the Trigger gear. Thanks guys, I appreciate every one of you, and until next time, do your research, get informed, and get to work.